Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. So a couple of games, couple of matches left, I think about 7-ish. So we're almost there, you know, for the Cross-Banlist Cup for 2022. So let's see, let's zoom in bottom part again. So the more broken decks, quote unquote, we have two decks from kinda almost from the same era, I guess. We have, you know, Drytron pretty much at full force, I think. No? I think so. It should be with the side-decked Maxis, while on the other hand we have Swordsoul. Again, another strong deck, Swordsoul Tenyi. First place YCS early 2022. So that should be the most recent list here in this year's Cross-Banlist Cup. So which deck has the advantage? This is intriguing. Right side here, people see that Drytron full power has the advantage over Swordsoul. Sometimes, no, most of the time I read that, it's going to be a dice roll match, right, or a coin toss match. Most of the time I could definitely agree, but in this particular situation, I feel that if we take a look at, you know, both deck lists, both decks have access to Forbidden Droplets, and that's of course super strong against, again, like Herald for Drytron, while against Swordsoul, you know, Droplet hits the Yugioh or, you know, the Baron or something like that. So Droplet on both parts, that's super strong. Plus hand traps. Both decks run a galore of hand traps, and I'm definitely looking at Maxi, I'm looking at Drone and Lockbird, you know, those are strong hand traps. So I don't feel this is really a coin toss. Well, it feels kind of 50-50, but even though if you're, you know, losing the first coin toss in the first game, I don't feel it's over. Right. Then again, so Swordsoul goes second in game number 1, and that's, if I open Droplet, I'm still in a duel. Then again, we know that there is double Evo, eventually, you know, double Herald because of double Eve, or double Eva, and I can't come back after that, especially with Herald on field, plus the Masquerina for the Underworld Goddess play as well, so no chance here for this game. Okay, game number 2, I side-decked in, I think, Duels. Duels went in going, well, obviously, and then going first, the Dimensional Barrier, yeah. So, this is definitely an okay opening turn. There's a couple of ways I want to end my turn, like the level 9 Synchro that blocks lights, right? The... you know which one I mean. Is it Chao Feng? I think it's Chao Feng, right? There are some ways to get it on board, but, you know, I want to make it with Baxia to, again, prevent my opponent from special summoning lights, and that kind of blocks the entire Drytron deck. But other than that, the thing is that Droplet or Dark Ruler No More, which is indeed side-decked for Drytron, that can negate the Chao Feng. It's Chao Feng, right? The level 9? I think so. So it's not really the... It should be if you have the opportunity, but I think going for the, you know, Protoss is, I feel, the superior play, calling light, and that should give me the game, unless I guess you could keep Herald for Protoss. I mean, maybe you could do that. But here in game number 2, no, this easy. Swordsoul definitely opened well. Level 9 hits the board, Berserker as well, Yugioh, and the level 10 Synchro. So this is more than enough to attack for games. Okay, 1-0. The Equalizer. So going into game number 3, I think I side-decked the Gammas as well, because Maxi. Only reason because Maxi. And here I was like, Droplet as well, so I was like, okay, let's force out the potential Maxi, and it's there, so I'm like, reveal Gamma potentially for a game, but nope, Herald says no. So, that's a problem. This is, and, you know, the Maxi eventually resolves, and that's just too big. I can't push for a game, I still have my normal summon. Imagine me having, instead of the Droplet, a Tenyi or something like that. I potentially could have... no, Herald was there. Yeah, Herald was there, so no, wouldn't have mattered. You see, like, Maxi, even though Gamma isn't the best with desires, but it's just Maxi. It feels like Master Duel. You want to have that answer in your opening hand for Maxi. So this game is pretty much over. So I'm already looking forward to game number 4, where again I go first. I again hope to draw something for Maxi, like Ash is there, Callby, I think so, Callby, right? The Gammas are there. You know, multiple answers to hit the potential Maxi. Other than that, Herald is fine, but Maxi is the card that I want to stop. Use Desires first to see if I'm able to draw any Tenyis, so I could potentially act accordingly, right? Potentially make a level 9 synchro play, or, well, depends, right? But only draw the Earth one. But that's fine though, because again, it's a level 1 tuner that could potentially open up some, you know, nifty synchro plays. So go for the standard plays, I guess, for Swordsoul, level 8, level 10 synchro play, and go for Protos Calling Light. No imperm on Protos, but again, you know, double imperm probably was needed. Well, even then you can't use both, but you know what I mean, to hit the Baron and then eventually the Protos. But Protos Calling Light, that's game over. Use my normal summon here, or at least, yeah, pop first, you know, just making sure. Force out Droplet eventually, and then... this should be game, right? Get something back from a banished pile, yup. And Yugioh hits the board, getting another search, getting another mill as well. And this is definitely more than enough to attack for a game. So, yups, kinda as expected. It feels like 50-50-ish, but we're going into a game number 5 where I'm going second. But again, I have so many cards going second. Droplets are there, Gammas to some extent, Imperms to some extent, Ashes to some extent, but mainly Droll. Speaking of Droll, it has been there for all the past games, and finally it's there. Can you play around it? I mean, you could search with Emergency, you get Drolled, you can normal summon Herald for the search, you get Drolled. Not really, I think, right? Droll is just a super MVP, and again, keep your Ash Blossom, same for Master Duel, I always do that, keep your Ash if you have more follow-up plays for Maxi, and yeah, you won't get punished, well, you won't get punished for that, but the only reason why I was able to do that, keep the Ash, was because of Droll, right? Otherwise, you would definitely use the Ash on, you know, one of the searches. So the Ash keeps me in the duel, but mainly, let's face it, it's because of Droll on Lockbird, right? So drop a couple of Synchros and Protos as well. Doesn't really matter too much here in this situation. It's just a bigger beatstick to make sure that everything, you know, goes for a game. But okay. Swordsoul has this one, but as you know, Drytrons is still live in a tournament. We'll move on to the left side, the losers bracket, and Drytron will take on either Adamancipator or True King Dinosaurs. That will be one of the next matchups. So the next one will be here. Let me take a glimpse, the upper part. Okay, far left side, we have Chaos versus Ravine Rulers. Is this a rematch from previously in the tournament? I don't think so. But if I remember correctly, this was already a matchup some time ago, some editions ago. So again, if you have you know, opinions about this, feel free to let me know which deck is going to take this one, Chaos or Ravine Rulers. I feel a little bit Ravine, but again, Chaos is not something to underestimate. Something like Kaiko or Kiko is superb. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Likum signing out. Peace.